Lee Zeldin, who ran for governor, served in. He won this area by 11 points. It's the same area that Joe Biden won decisively in 2020.
Joining us now is New York Congressman and Navy veteran serving on the House Armed Services and Homeland Security, Nick LaLota. Sorry, sir. Nice to have you with us today.
Good morning. Great to be on.
Congressman, so you're on the House Armed Services Committee. We understand that there is going to be a hearing tomorrow on this Chinese spy balloon. The Chinese say, no, it was just the wind that carried the little spy balloon over 5 U.S. military installations. What's your reaction to all this and how the administration handled it?
Well, I'm honored to serve on the House Armed Services Committee. It's a committee I saw for quite some time. Mostly because of my service in the Navy, I was deployed off the coast of North Korea and China. And we were watching out for Chinese intelligence collectors all the time, mainly in the form of shipborne vessels. But we see here now, America saw it for days on their own TVs, that the Chinese Communist Party is collecting intelligence on America, be it our military installations, our nuclear power facilities, and maybe even sucking up the data from our cell phones and our banking institutions. It's intolerable. The administration's actions on this need to be questioned by the Armed Services Committee, maybe even the Homeland Security Committee, too. We need to get to the bottom of the decision making. We need to get to the bottom of what intelligence they were able to collect and send back to the Chinese Communist Party. It's of vital interest to the committee and to America.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered there. The president is set to deliver his second State of the Union address tonight, setting the stage for an unofficial re-election run. But not everyone is confident in the state of our union. Congressman, I want to get your thoughts on what you think the president is going to speak about, because, you know, he's been out there saying he's optimistic about our economy, but the numbers out there in polls kind of say the opposite.
Well, 62% of Americans believe that a state of our union is not very strong or not strong at all. I think that tells it all, and they think it that way because people are struggling financially. They're putting more and more of their family's expenses onto their credit cards. And now Americans are worried more and more about their own safety and their own privacy, given this balloon situation, because that balloon was able to surveil Americans. And I hope that the president actually addresses the issues that Americans are cared about. I think that he should unify the country, not blame all of his mistakes on what he calls MAGA Republicans. I think he should focus on getting our economy back on track and unleash American energy and stop spending so much money that's putting us so much into debt. He should focus on making America safer, supporting our law enforcement, supporting our military, securing the damn border already. Those are the things I think he should focus on his State of the Union. It's my first I'll be attending, and I'm eagerly awaiting his remarks.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how that plays out this evening. Congressman, I want to talk about some Long Island politics. George Santos, he's part of your freshman class in Congress. You've been very vocal about Santos stepping down from Congress. Yesterday, the New York Times, with a report, Santos apparently accused of sexual harassment in his Capitol office. So on January 25th, when the congressman asked, this is somebody who worked in his office, asked him if he had a profile on Grindr, a popular gay dating app. Then he said Mr. Santos invited him to karaoke and touched his groin, assuring him that his husband was out of town. What ultimately you think plays out here for George Santos, or do the voters decide in November 2024?
Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go right away. I can't be any more clear about that. He's an embarrassment. He's a disgrace. What he has done has dishonored this institution. It's dishonored the people who put him here. He's been a distraction. House Republicans, we want to focus on putting our economy back on track. We want to focus on securing our border, protecting our freedoms, holding the administration accountable. Those are the things upon which House Republicans want to focus. But we've been distracted time and again by this absolute nuisance, and by a person who's taken no accountability for himself, shown no remorse whatsoever. This has been a total distraction. And the sooner he goes, the more apt we'll be able to focus on the things that we all got elected to focus on here.
Yeah, sir, I'm sure that you know about our battle here at Newsmax with DirecTV. We've received lots of support from both viewers and lawmakers in Washington. Congressman, do you have any idea when there will be potentially a hearing on AT&T and DirecTV's censorship of conservative news organizations?
Yeah, not soon enough is the answer to that question. I don't serve on the committees that would hold those hearings, but many of my colleagues do. And I know they're eager to ensure that there's one standard upon which all of our companies are held to. And we need to get to the bottom of that right away. No matter what your political view is, it shouldn't be censored. It shouldn't be throttled. You know, we have a free exchange of ideas in this great nation of ours. And even when we disagree with them, we ought to hear those ideas and compare them to ours, to ensure the best ones are the ones that our government officials implement in this great republic of ours. And I look forward to my colleagues getting that work underway here real soon.
Yeah, Congressman, thanks for the kind words. We appreciate your support. I think this is your first time on. Your first time on with me, I know that. Pleasure having you on. Quick question: is that you've got a picture behind you there? I think it's signed by Teddy Roosevelt. Is Sagamore Hill his house? Is that in your district?
It's not. It's in the third district, which should have a new representative.
That's George Santos's district. All right, I've been there. That's like the Oyster Bay area. I know that, but it's an amazing property, and I'm a big fan of Teddy Roosevelt. Congressman, come back and see us soon. Thank you.
Will do.
All right, lots more coming up this morning.